Hi gamers. I recently came back from LA. I was in town for E3. It was my third time there, but my first time when I wasn't a part of the media. And I gotta tell you, you really have to be in the media to enjoy E3. Otherwise, if you don't have preset appointments for you to play the games, it's gonna be just waiting in line for hours and hours. So this was the first time I was in the industry for my new job. I was just checking out the VR games and VR peripherals and that whole XR scene there. And I did wait in line for a few hours just to play a few games. Luckily I used my old connections with Nintendo, and I got to their VIP area to play some Zelda, Link's Awakening, and Luigi's Mansion 3, and they were really great games. I really like the puzzle aspects of Luigi's Mansion 3. Every room seemed to be part of like a bigger puzzle, not just one simple thing, but several things that were interconnected. And I got to play a nice boss battle as well. And Link's Awakening was just fantastic. I was kind of off-put with the initial unveiling of the game, with the really cool anime cutscene. And when they showed this art style, I was kind of bummed out. But now that I look at it, I really like the art style, and I really think that it suits Link's Awakening really well. So looking forward to the game. But while I was in LA, I ate tons of junk food. Check out FinGamer on Instagram if you want to see what I ate, and also some pictures from E3 that I took. So FinGamer on Twitter and Instagram, check me out. But of course I had to do some game hunting as well. I visited several retro game stores in LA, and I did find a nice bunch of games. So here we go. First, this one isn't a retro game, but I just had to get the Katamari Damacy re-roll. The physical edition, it's not available here in Europe, so I decided to pick this up while I was in the US. Then for the NES I got Double Dribble. This was like $12. That's cheap in my book for a complete game. And I also got for the black and white Game Boy Super Scrabble. And of course again complete. This was $10. But I mainly got Super Nintendo games. Got a pretty decent selection here. Super Off-Road. It's just a shame that the Super Nintendo version of the game doesn't support 4 players. You have to play the NES version to get the best multiplayer experience out of this, but still a classic game. As is this, Rise of the Robots, one of the worst fighting games there is, with really cool graphics for the time, but just really hollow gameplay. But hey, this was like $15 complete. Also got Metal Combat, Falcon's Revenge. This is one of those Super Scope games. I think I have most Super Scope games that have been put out. This is actually a sequel to Battle Clash, one of the first Super Scope games that came out. And also for the Super Nintendo I got Eye of the Beholder. I'm a huge Eye of the Beholder fan. I really love the games on. I played them, well actually I didn't play them on Amiga. I watched my brother and his older friends play the games, but I was just happy to look at the gorgeous graphics. And then I played 1 and 2 through on the PC. I don't think I finished 3, but I'm really happy to check this out on the Super Nintendo. Of course this doesn't hold a candle to the PC versions, but it does support the Super Nintendo mouse, so I'm gonna give this an honest try. This one was a bit more expensive, I think $35, but it's still a good deal to get, you know, without postage and all that. And one final game that I got from the US, I got Okami, and this is, of course, I have this for the PlayStation 2 and the Switch, but I just had to get the US Wii version because of this. Not sure if you knew this, but you can actually see here the IGN logo here on the front cover. It doesn't have anything to do with this. They actually, when they were printing this, they just googled an image, this image for Okami, and they just happened to use an image that was watermarked by IGN. So this is one for the history books. This is a classic game, and I just had to get this. This was like $9 from GameStop. It was the only game that I got from GameStop. So that was my US haul. And let's before we get to the one Switch game that I'm gonna be talking more about, got a couple of Vectrex games here. I got Animaction, one of the light pen games, and Polar Rescue. This is my last regular game that I needed for the Vectrex, if you don't count the light pen or 3D imager games. So this is the last game that I was missing that doesn't require any peripherals, and this is the rarest and most valuable normal game on the system. And with these two games, I'm still missing two games for the 3D imager, as well as the 3D imager as well. That was bundled with one game, and I'm missing the light pen that was bundled with one game. So I'm 4 games away from a complete Vectrex collection, which is pretty exciting. 2 of those are standalone, and 2 of those games were bundled with a peripheral, and therefore are somewhat more expensive, especially the 3D imager. That's gonna set me back like hopefully under $1,000, depending on the conditions. So we'll see when I'm gonna be able to finish the Vectrex collection, but getting there. And then one final game that I thought I'd talk a bit more about, Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. I backed this up 4 years ago on Kickstarter. Back when it was still a Wii U game, I put my money down on the $300 special edition, and that never came out. When they announced that they're gonna be canceling the Wii U version, I cancelled my backing as well. I got my money back, and I just figured if it's not gonna be coming out on the Wii U, I'll just pick this up when it comes to the stores. And I know the Switch version here isn't nowhere near the best version of the game. It has plenty of technical difficulties, but actually they're working on it. They just made an announcement that they're putting all of their efforts into a patch for the Switch for some better gameplay. So looking forward to that, but it's not broken or anything. I've had a ton of fun with the game. It really is one of it's up there with the modern Castlevania 2D Castlevania games. It's a fantastic game. Everything is right. A huge castle, lots of enemies, lots of loot, lots of character progression, people to talk with. And it's a great Castlevania game. I'm just shocked, after Mighty Number 9 wasn't a good Mega Man game, and looks like Shenmue 3 it's not gonna be all that good. It's a bit of a miracle these days that somebody is trying to recreate something from the old glory days and succeed. So Koji Igarashi, my hat's off to you. This is a fantastic game, and if you at all were waiting for a new Castlevania, this is it. Konami isn't gonna do it, and yeah, just get the game so we can get a sequel for this. Really looking forward to Bloodstained 2. I'm sure it's coming. I think this is doing well. It's getting good reviews, and yeah, just loving my time in the castle, and going for a full 100% exploration rate. I don't even know if it's gonna go over 100%, if there's gonna be some gimmick or something. Don't tell me. But yeah, really loving the game, and you should get this as well if you like old school Castlevanias. And that's it for my collection update this time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.